CCG for organizing this, and I'm lucky to participate in many of these forums so far, because it seems that I have long lived here in China. I will just dwell on general issues regarding the governance, the global governance. I believe that the global governance is more concerned with challenges that a single nation is not able to handle. Some of the challenges that pose serious threats to communities are economic volatility, humanitarian crisis, climate change, military conflicts between and within states and nations. Therefore, handling these challenges need to have a collective global policies. Several global actors are currently emerging in the world, intending to offer solutions to the interdependent challenges, clash, and sometimes supplementing with already existing regimes that are created to address and solve these international challenges. However, it is proved over time that the current international institutions have failed to offer solutions to the current challenges that are facing the global governance. Additionally, the powers in modern system of governance are currently more diffused. The rising powers and emerging economies are developing alternative institutions for political and economic stability, instead of advocating for improvement of global institutions such as the UN Security Council, the Bretton Woods institutions, and others. Some of the alternatives which were proposed, projects like the New Development Bank and the Asian Infrastructure Bank, and others institutions which would like to avoid the problems which we face with the institutions which you already dealt with. This paradigm shift in the global governance is highly received and resonated with developing countries, because the traditional institutions which were created by the victorious powers after the Second World War have always dictated the direction of global governance for several decades until now. The current arrangements have been unable to satisfactorily address the development challenges, such as to free humanity from poverty and hunger, to reduce global economic imbalances and inequalities, to foster inclusive economic growth, etc. And this is why also the SDGs are not, at least for the developing countries, are not being implemented as required. Developing countries remain underrepresented in several key decision-making bodies. This explains why the endeavors by the emerging economies resonates as powerful voice for the developing countries. Having said that, and despite all these hurdles, global governance is inevitable for the survival of humanity. And unless the world unites and introduces changes to the negative impacts of globalization, will continue to have negative impacts on developing countries. Even through global governance may be ineffective and fragile in the way it responds to the current problems, the need for global governance is inevitable. Absolutely. I thank you.